At this time, I got a cookie for you. At this time, we have LSU on the dais, head coach Beth Tarina, student athlete, Sahvanna Jaquish, student athlete, Constance Quinn, and student athlete Allie Walljasper. Coach, again, congratulations on the win. General comments about the game, then we open up for questions.
UCLA is a great team. I, would imagine they continue for quite some time in this tournament. I think they're really talented. There's not a spot in their lineup that's not scary. So, I think they played a great game. I loved my team's fight. I love how they continued to punch. I thought unbelievable tone we set with Emily Griggs and Sahvanna right there, back-to-back doubles. I think that was a huge part of the game right there. And then Allie Walljasper did what Allie Walljasper does, and that's give us a chance to win every ball game she's ever a part of.
All right, we're going to open up for questions. Not everyone at once.
Beth, it looked like y'all were just going to attack, like you said the other day. I'm sorry. That was the plan against Garcia, obviously.
Yeah, she's really talented. I think, obviously she's a freshman, so maybe we got away with a couple pitches early, just being on the big stage, and we're able to attack her there early, But I think our kids did a good job of buying into the plan. I think there were some moments where we even could have improved in that, but I think they did a good job of buying into the plan. And I think, even when things didn't go our way, they were able to step up and still have an answer back. I think Constance especially, things maybe didn't go her way early, but still was gritty enough to come back, fight, have a huge at-bat at the plate, and then score us the winning run.
Kind of to go off of that, Constance, the play at the plate that you made, was Amber telling you to throw it home, or did you just have that feeling to turn around and throw it?
Well, I knew she was going regardless. And so when I went to the ball, regardless of the error, I just knew that I had to pick it up and throw it. And, everyone was just saying 4-4-4. And plus we work on that all the time in practice, not so much concentrating on the play and picking it up and looking for the next play.
I'll follow up with Constance on the other play at the plate where you were safe. First of all, how is your shoulder, and what did you see going into the plate? How much of the plate did you see as the throw was coming in?
Well, I'm fine, 100%. But when I was coming into home, I saw a little bit of an opening. I knew it was going to be a close play the way the coach was hauling me around third, but I knew it was going to be either an obstruction play or a called out. It was that close, but at that point you have to go in hard and hope for the best.
Allie, you pitched a complete game with 0 strikeouts. How important was it for your defense to play big behind you?
My defense always has my back no matter what. I'm more of a pitch-to-contact pitcher, so they always know what to expect. And I just had great defense behind me the entire time, and I'm very thankful for them.
John McKelvey, Norman Transcript. Beth, what do you think when you see Florida do what they did to Texas A&M, and you know that you're going to be playing them next? What was just going? I know you had your game that you were focusing on, but did that kind of open your eyes a little bit when you see them kind of run Texas A&M off the field?
I didn't watch too much of the game. Obviously, we were preparing, so all I know is the score for the most part. But the one thing I'll tell you is I have a great pitching staff. I'm really confident in them. I'm really confident in their ability to shut down any offense. Doesn't matter what the name is behind it. I think we faced one of the best ones in the tournament today. So I'm really confident in our pitching staff. And, I feel like when you have them in your back pocket, there's not a lot of things that are scary to you.
Question for Beth. Kyle Fredrickson with the Oklahoman. I was able to catch up with Les Miles in the stands here today. He's here supporting you guys. What kind of relationship did you guys forge over his years there, and just your reaction to him coming and supporting you guys?
Well, his youngest daughter is a softball player, so I know the family really well through that. I have worked with her since I think she was 9 years old pitching, so I'm very close to their family. Awesome to have him here and support it. He's just a class act, a huge LSU fan, a supporter of sport, and it's a real honor to have him and his family here today.
Sahvanna, the first back-to-back doubles, what did that do for the team in the dugout, and how much juice did it give you guys?
Well, I think it gave us a lot of juice, as you put it. But Emily Griggs has just been on fire lately, and I wanted to follow up with something that would just get our team going. So I was happy to find it in the gap and get to second base. You did.
Just hang on to it. Sahvanna, do you feel like you guys are kind of on a roll right now, and maybe you've hit, you're peaking at the right time? Since I guess it was the first game of the regional, and after that you guys are just rolling.
Yeah, I think that everything kind of clicked at the SEC tournament. We were on a roll then, and our offense and our defense and our pitching, all three of the things that you have to win a game was on point. So I think that was our rolling point, and we're not looking back. We're focusing on the next pitch.
For Sahvanna, I know that this is going to come up in the UCLA press conference, so I guess I want to get you're a catcher. You've been in that position. What do you try and do when you know it's going to be a bang play? I mean, what's going through the catcher's mind as far as the setup and what qualifies obstruction from not obstruction?
Yeah, it's a really teeter-tottery subject. You can go one way or the other, but it is up to the discretion of the umpire whether or not the catcher is blocking the plate or not. So when I had my play at the plate, when Connie threw me the ball, I made sure that my foot was, just enough over so that she had a lane to the back part of the plate. Obviously, the umpire saw something different when the other catcher was in front of the plate, so it literally is the discretion of her. It's really hard. I'm glad it's not my job.
For Allie, have you always been a pitch-to-contact pitcher your whole life, or was there a point in time where you had to kind of learn to be that and trust the fielders behind you?
Mostly when I got to college. I mean, college is a whole another level than high school. So pretty much when I got to college, I was more of a pitch-to-contact pitcher.
Are there any other questions? Okay. Last question.
It's not necessarily about the game. Jen Schroeder in the stands, UCLA. You took lessons from her since you were a little kid. Yeah. Talk about the relationship that you have with her, and I mean, obviously, she's probably going to give you a little crap for today, but
yeah, definitely. I saw Jen. Well, actually, I heard her before I saw her because she's so loud. But I saw her in the stands, and I told her, "It's like sit down, like you're rooting for me." She's like, "No, once a Bruin, always a Bruin." So I wasn't giving her anything for cheering for her alma mater. We have like a lighthearted competition. She's a great coach, and I wish her the best.
All right, final question in the back.
And I had one for Beth as well. When you play a staff like Florida that leads the nation in shutouts, I mean, is there a different approach at the plate? And having not played him, how much of a disadvantage is that this will be the first time you're seeing him?
I don't know if it's a disadvantage or maybe it's an advantage. I think they don't know us either. So, I think we're all in the same boat there. Of course, we respect their pitching staff and the season they've had. I think Jen Rocha might be the best coach in the whole country. She's phenomenal. I'm a big fan. I think we'll go out and attack them the same way we attack other people. I think Howard and Lindsay will come up with a great plan. I know they've already done a ton of research on every team that's in this tournament. So I think they'll come out and have a great plan. And, the nice thing about them being an SEC opponent still is that even though we haven't played them, just in scouting, we have seen them a ton. So, and I'm sure the same goes for them. Just as we've watched our other opponents, we have watched them play Florida. So we have seen them quite a bit.
All right. Once again, LSU will play Florida on Friday at 6 p.m. Coach, ladies, congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did
You're
better.
really good.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket. This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv.